Good day, everyone, and welcome to the Grumpy Old Gamers podcast. You can't teach an old gamer new tricks. I'm Ryan, and with me, as always, my good buddy Rob.
Hello, sir. How you doing?
Good. How are you doing?
Doing
this fine Monday.
It's a Monday.
I got a case of the Mondays.
I got a case of the Mondays. I have no lasagna.
So. Yeah. That was why.
Yeah. It's all this Forza we're playing, making us tired.
Yeah, a lot of burritos lately, just microwave frozen burritos.
Yes, that's because they're in Mexico.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, I gotcha.
And chalupas. I don't know what a chalupa is.
I don't know what a chalupa is either. Leave a comment in the comments if you know what a chalupa is.
Yes, please tell me what a chalupa.
I mean, I'm sure we could Google it, but that's a lot of work.
We're doing a show here, though. We're not gonna.
That's right.
We're not gonna waste everyone's time and Google something with a bunch of dead air.
We wouldn't do that. That would be totally unlike us.
That would be absolutely unlike us.
Want to see what a chalupa is?
Yeah, show me your chalupa, Rob.
Whoa, this got weird. Okay, I'm going to share my screen. This is going to be fascinating television. There you go. That's a. Oh, nope. There we go. That's a chalupa right here.
Oh, it's still loading on my end.
Uh-oh.
There we go. Oh.
So it looks like a thicker dough.
Oh, taco. Yeah. Okay.
Yeah, I kind of want one.
I think I've had one of those at Taco Bell. Whenever I go to Taco Bell, I just get whatever the big box special of the month is.
Right.
And I think I've had a chalupa, not even realizing I was eating a chalupa. You're still sharing your screen.
I'm trying to figure out how to stop again. Is it not just at the top here?
Yeah, it usually is.
Uh-oh.
Oh boy, now you've done her.
My stop sharing screen thing has gone away. The icon should be right here, right? It should have been right here.
Right at the top there, yeah.
Oh, now it's on the other side. There we go. We're back.
Oh, there.
We're back. Woo. Professional podcasting at its best right there.
1 minute and 30 seconds in, and we were already derailed the show. Awesome.
Oh.
All right. In that case, good night, folks. This has been episode 104. See y'all next week. Well, Rob, let's be official, and let's get right on into housekeeping.
Housekeeping.
Come back later, please.
Housekeeping.
Not now.
Well, as I mentioned, Rob, this is episode 104, and I'll let you take the reins here. I know I put them in the other order on our sheet, but I think the bigger housekeeping is what you is what you want to talk about this week.
Yes, so we're doing our annual fundraiser for the Hope Mission, which is a shelter here in Edmonton that helps homeless people who don't have food to eat, helps people get back on their feet, and as always, we're trying to raise funds for it on the Facebook page, facebook.com/Grumpy Old Gamers, the Grumpy Old Gamers. Look for the Grumpy Old Gamers. We'll be there. Yeah. And there's a fundraiser pinned to the page there. And we always put fun little, fun for you guys, little reward levels. And so for the $100 one this time, we're continuing a tradition of where I play a scary game.
Yeah.
Because I hate scary games. Really, really bad. Like I'm a chicken. Last year I played Resident Evil 7, which was awful. Streamed that.
No, it was great.
So this year, because we crossed it, thanks to a friend of the show, Steve, who just basically dropped enough to get to the first stage because he's good people. There's a poll up on the page and on the forum to what game do you want to see me play? And leave it in the comments. I'm running over my headphone cable. Leave it in the comments, and we'll see what comes out on top. Like there are going to be some standards. Like if it's a game where I kill babies or something, I'm not going to be playing that. So don't leave anything like that.
Oh, I was just about to purchase you Baby Killer 2000. So.
Baby Killer 2000. Now Y2K compliant.
Yeah.
So yeah, and for 200, if we hit $200 is the next level, and the Grumpy Old Gamers will be live streaming our Bean Boozled challenge again, which went really well last time. It
was super popular last year.
Bean Boozled, for anyone who doesn't know, it's run by Jelly Belly, the guys who make those really tasty little jelly beans. But what they do is they make a set, and they'll be each color will have two different flavors it could be. So green could be lawn clippings or toothpaste. Like white with the little dots could be Tutti Frutti or dish water. Yeah, which was the worst one last time, I would like to say.
Oh yeah, there was some there was like a sour milk one too, I think.
Yeah. Rotten eggs as well, yeah.
Right, yeah, it's rotten eggs. Oh,
yeah. So we'll be doing that live on stream if we get to 200. We're going to be adding other things as well, like little giveaways and stuff to kind of thank you folks for giving to a great cause, because COVID has kicked the crap out of a lot of people. There's even more people now who need the help, and Hope Mission's they're out in the streets helping people, so we want to help them out. So
absolutely,
go to the page and check it out, and thank you in advance.
All right.
Yeah.
Well, and then the other little bit of housekeeping is the thing we mention every week now is Buzzsprout has graciously allowed us to be an affiliate of theirs, because we use them, so they're like, hey, you can sell us to your friends too.
Yeah, help us make more money.
Oh,
they didn't say it that way. Yeah.
No, they didn't. Just trying to be funny.
Yes.
Anyways, if you are interested in trying out podcasting and making a mediocre show like we do, then mediocre.
That's right.
Then all you have to do is there will be a link wherever this is posted, and you click on that link and you subscribe for 1 month, and they will send you a $20 Amazon gift card. If you do it quick, you might even be able to get it in time for Black Friday. Huh?
Right. Huh? And we know you like video games because you're listening to the show. So all the video games will be on sale for Black Friday. Half of them are on sale right now.
Yeah.
Ryan has bought 12 in the last hour.
We'll talk about that in a second here. We'll before we hop into news, we'll talk about that. But further with Buzzsprout, though, they make this stuff so easy. So easy.
Oh yeah. Which is good.
Yeah, you know what? All you need is your audio file or whatever you're uploading for your podcast. They do offer video services. We don't use them. We use the free ones like YouTube and Facebook, but they do video too. But for the audio our audio portions of our podcast, we use them, and they make it way too easy. They have this whole page of all the podcast things that you can end up on, and it's all the major ones. Absolutely all of them. They got the Apple, Amazon, Android, Stitcher, Amazon's Intune, or I think it's called. iHeartRadio's on there. So yeah, if you wanna try this podcasting thing out, it's a lot of fun. Grab a buddy, talk about whatever you guys are into.
Chalupas.
Oh, Chalupa podcast.
The Chalupa podcast.
There you go. So Buzzsprout, give them a try. Like I said, the link is in all the notes. And yeah, what do you got to lose? Maybe a little dignity, like we do every week, but
very little dignity to begin with. So,
but yeah, quickly before we get into news.
Yes.
So all the pre-Black Friday sales started like last Tuesday, Wednesday.
Yeah, it's like Black Month.
And I'm like, oh,
well, that
so
didn't come out right. Black History Month is another month.
that's another
Much
month,
more
Rob.
important than Black Friday.
Oh,
Much
Rob.
more important. Black
Much
Friday's
more
not.
important.
Yeah. All right. Sorry. Carry on.
So I was like, oh, Black Friday must be coming up on the 19th. Like, because why else would they have a pre-Black Friday sale? Earlier than that. But no. Black Friday's this coming. The 27th?
27th.
The 26th.
Oh, really?
So my calendar says here.
What is today? 22nd? Oh,
22nd.
yeah.
Yeah. So, but yeah, I can't believe it. Like, so it's like a whole 2 weeks. Like, are there going to be even more deals on Black Friday?
Yeah, because don't they have like Black Friday and then like Cyber Saturday and
Cyber Monday? Yeah,
it's Cyber Monday.
it's
Like
Cyber
Super
Monday.
Duper Saturday. Is that one? Like, oh, there was some on Saturday. Oh, you Americans are crazy.
Yeah, that's what it comes down to.
Yeah, we have
up
Day down here.
Until like 5 years ago, maybe longer than that, but it doesn't seem like it's been that long. Like we only kind of celebrated Black Friday in Canada.
Yep.
But when it became this huge day that everybody can do stuff on sale, and I think probably with like internet sales and everything probably really brought us into the fold on that, right?
It makes more sense than Boxing Day. Because I mean, Black Friday, you can get all the shopping done for your family for Christmas, and yourself. Because you'll be buying stuff for yourself. So, absolutely, lots of game sales.
All right,
so many.
So we did some housekeeping. We ranted a little bit about Black Friday. Have you partaken in anything Black Friday yet? Pre-Black Friday?
No.
Bought anything? No,
not really. No.
Okay.
It's been all Forza all the time.
I did buy a couple games.
I didn't doubt it for a second.
Yeah. I picked up Watch Dogs Legion.
Didn't you own that?
Nope.
Did you have the original Watch Dogs?
Yes.
Or Watch Dogs in New York? Or
Watch Dogs 2? Yeah, I have that. And I picked up Assassin's Creed Valhalla. So yeah, I can't wait to not play those, but they're in my collection.
Yeah, I'll have to look on Steam after this and buy some games I'll never play.
Steam sales aren't ramping up yet. There's a few,
yeah,
but I think the actual Black Friday is when the big sale bomb is going to drop. But the consoles, man, you log in, it's like there's some crazy deals already.
I heard first-party Nintendo games are like $3 off.
I know, it's insane.
It's a huge sale. Nintendo.
Oh boy.
Yeah.
All right, Rob, let's move on into news.
Extra! Read all about it!
I'm not wearing any pants. Film at 11.
Well, Rob, can you believe the Xbox is 20 years old? How does that make you feel?
You know, I wasn't an Xbox guy, so it doesn't surprise me.
Okay.
But yeah, 20 years. That's crazy because that's PlayStation 2 time, right?
Yeah.
Yeah. Well, good for them.
Well, on November 15th, they had a big celebration, and two big things came out of that.
Yes.
One big thing that came out is they added another 70 titles to their backwards compatibility catalog.
I saw that and I pulled up that list.
Like,
I was very proud of myself. Did I close it right afterwards? That would have been smart.
You're like, hey, look at that. Close.
I had it up. Oh, I'm an awful co-host. I'll pull it. You keep talking.
You know, there was some good stuff in here. Probably just stuff that people have been asking for, right?
Yeah, each time they do it, right? It's more stuff you can do in the backwards compatibility.
Looks like all the Fear games, which I've never tried, but it's in there now. Ooh. What else we got here? Lego Lord of the Rings. Mortal Kombat 9, Mortal Kombat versus DC Universe. Ah, that's a good one. That's a kind of forgotten about game.
Yeah, a lot of the Mortal Kombat people didn't seem to like that one.
So
they weren't allowed to do fatalities.
Yeah.
Because, so, no one wanted to see Superman's head ripped off.
Until they made their own game. Because I'm pretty sure they have fatalities in the...
in Injustice?
In Injustice. Gods Among Us.
Oh, okay.
Yeah. Maybe not like super gory like the regular ones. But... so the games that actually caught my attention that they added were from original Xbox.
Right.
So they added Red Dead Revolver, which is the prequel to the Red Dead Redemption series.
Mm-hmm.
They added Star Wars: The Clone Wars, which is a game that's like infamously famous for not being very easy to port, or not port, emulate.
Emulate. Okay. Yep. Yep.
They added Star Wars Episode 3: Revenge of the Sith, Star Wars Jedi Knight 2, and Star Wars Starfighter. But the two that actually caught my attention, and I'm gonna have to hunt these down, is they added Time Splitters 2 and Time Splitters Future Perfect.
Interesting. Okay.
Right?
Yeah.
So
that's cool.
Absolutely. So there's some good stuff in there, if you have some of these games in your collection, just see if they're still viable or not.
Oh, and Disney's Chicken Little.
Right.
It's funny, some of the ones they do sometimes.
Yeah.
I mean, I'm sure there's people who have it who are... I've just got a list here now. Oh, that Oni-chan Bara Bikini Samurai Squad. I've seen a lot of guys playing that. It's like a cult classic kind of game.
Yes. Yeah.
Are you smarter than a fifth grader?
Okay. I know. Okay. I know that one was a little bit of a head scratcher, but
yeah, Skate 2. That's a good one. Oh, interesting.
I haven't tried any of the Skate games.
Yeah. Supposedly really good.
Been strictly Tony Hawk.
Mr. Hawk.
Mr. Hawk. But as crazy as that is, they stealth dropped the Halo Infinite multiplayer as well.
Yes, that was a huge surprise, right?
Well, depends how much you read the news. Because over the weekend previous to that, a lot of data miners were saying, "We found the code. It's coming Monday," and kind of ruined it for a lot of people. But I think the majority of the people were pretty enthralled with that.
I've been let down by data miners so much, where they're like, especially with the Switch, where they're like, "This is coming right away."
Yeah,
it's like, no.
Mm-hmm.
But yeah, and whole lot better received than Battlefield and Call of Duty. The new ones.
Yeah, absolutely.
Considering it's free as well.
So I did put a little time in with it, but we'll save that for what we've been playing. I'll talk about that then. Maybe we'll move, unless you got anything more about that. We'll move on to our next story.
Yeah.
So
Activision
Blizzard employees staged a walkout.
Yeah, good for them. That's
in protest of their CEO Bobby Kotick.
Yep.
Kotick.
Absolute chode.
Yeah, there was.
Can I say chode?
Yeah, why not?
We're going to.
There was a report from the Wall Street Journal that basically summed up that he knew about so much of this misconduct that he had been pretending that he didn't know about.
Yeah.
And yeah, it's we could do a whole podcast talking about this stuff and just what, like you said, a chode this guy is.
Yeah, he's pretty awful. He's the same guy who will give himself a raise and then lay off 1,500 people because they're not. Yeah. On top of evidently, you know, hiding all sorts of sexual harassment and yeah. Did it? Were you talking about as well? It might have been you or Brent talking about how different stores they're not supporting new Activision games. Was that confirmed or
Not confirmed, but Sony and Xbox are both saying that if change doesn't come,
Mhm.
these are the steps that they're willing to take. Which could be huge, right?
Oh, I mean, it would be, yeah, absolutely. Especially with Diablo eventually coming out here, and yeah, I mean, Activision's got all the games.
So the what you were talking about there, the Jim Ryan from PlayStation actually like wrote a letter to the Sony people at Sony, all his employees, just saying like how disappointed. He's quoted as saying disheartened and frankly stunned at the further allegations coming out about this. The letter's online too. Someone leaked it. And you know, one of the things he quoted was how a company who promoted a woman into a leadership position resigned after just a couple months because she was feeling tokenized, marginalized, and still discriminated against.
Yep.
So anything that he's basically been saying that they're looking after or trying to change, just it isn't happening. Or it's not happening fast enough.
Yeah.
Is the problem.
Yep. No, it's a real crap show there.
So I've decided that until I hear some, I mean, I don't buy a lot of their stuff as it is. Like I'm not a huge Call of Duty fan or anything, but you know, I've dabbled in the Call of Duty.
Dabbled in the duty.
Dabbled in the duty. And you know, but I have been a pretty big Blizzard fan for years. And I'm not gonna support anything they do for a while until I hear some change is actually happening, because it's really the only thing, you know, I can do.
Right, absolutely.
So it's just a little thing, and I'm sure my little bit of money, but you know, if those are you get a few hundred people doing something little like that.
Yep. That's what hits them more than anything is the pocketbook, right? Yeah. How do you segue into the next one then?
I don't know, but let me just ask the question that I put right there, Rob. What the hell is Atari XP?
Well, I've been looking a lot into this particular story because, you know, I like spending a lot of money on really old games.
Yeah. Well, good. Maybe you can explain to me.
Well, the Atari XP was the original Atari exchange program back in the day, and I guess you could actually. Oh, I did it. I think at one point it was used for exchanging programs and stuff like that. But basically, what they've done, it's Atari. The parent company Atari is releasing these three. They say previously unreleased, but that was kind of debunked pretty quick, and they changed their wording because no, you could get all three of these earlier on different compilations and things like that. Okay. So I should probably just share my screen here at this point because it'll add to the story here, and then I'll just make sure I know how to get it back. So you got these three games here: Saboteur, Yar's Revenge, and Aquaventure, and two of them are unreleased, and then one's a ROM hack of like Yar's Revenge that they made for, I think it was for one of those Atari compilations. I don't remember which one. It'll probably say right here. But the big, and they also, so they've had a couple of real problems with the listing. So they got $49 American for the cartridge itself. You get one cartridge, Saboteur, Yars Return, or Aquaventure, or 150 American for the special edition. But you, depending, the pictures appear to be backwards, so it looks like a box comes with the 50, even though it says it doesn't in the description. And the 150 pictures don't have a box with it, even though, it's, so there have been some issues with that, other than $150 for a new Atari cartridge.
Okay,
which
so sorry, these are new cartridges to play on
an Atari 2600. They're an actual Atari 2600 cartridge. They're actually producing new cartridges, yeah.
Can you?
Which is neat.
Yeah,
it's cool. I think it's incredibly overpriced, but there'll be people who get this stuff, right? And the
so does the new Atari console, the VCS or whatever, can you play 20? You can't.
no. But if you buy the $150, it says 100 here, but I thought I heard 150. But anyway, the you buy the special edition, it comes with a digital copy for your Atari VCS, which you could literally download from. Not that we promote,
but only with the special edition one, not
Yes.
with just the.
No, $50 does not get you the digital copy. You have to get the special edition.
Wow.
And they were attributing all three games to Atari programmer Howard Scott Warshaw, who was the he actually made ET. That's funny. But they were saying these were three games that he had been involved with, this legendary Atari programmer. He came out on Twitter and said, I had nothing to do with two of these. And he said, the other one I haven't even heard of, he said. So they're trying to kind of
okay,
claim it on here. But yeah, you can see right here, this Frank Cifaldi here. It is pretty sad that the site is selling a homebrew ROM hack and claiming it's an unreleased sequel. Because yes, this Yars Return is not an unreleased sequel. It's a ROM hack that was released on the it was one of these compilations. But yeah, there's also
Atari Flashback.
The Flashback, that's what it was.
Created to play on, but series of retro consoles. So that's one of those consoles that would come preloaded with a bunch of stuff.
Yes, you got it. You got it.
Wow.
And so the ROM files are available out there everywhere. And Atari Age actually released a cartridge release for Saboteur. So yeah, it's been a huge clusterfudge.
Wow, that seems highly overpriced.
Yeah,
to me, highly.
It's I'm all for this kind of thing where they re-release or they release new cartridges, new formats for that. Like, Limited Run does an awesome job at making new Nintendo 64 cartridges.
Absolutely, yeah.
Lots of Sega CD games. I think they've made. There was some. I can't remember. There was some other classic system they just started making games for, but this is insane. Like, that's ridiculously priced. And now, granted, at least these guys are still releasing physical cartridges as opposed to the Amico. But anyway, that's neither here nor there. Yeah. Yeah, the Amico I sent to you guys there. I'm anxiously awaiting. I am looking forward to it. I know I sound salty, but I get more salty as it goes on and don't hear anything. He just released, Mr. Tallarico just released a picture of the power supply with a television logo on it. Cool. That's great. How about a release date?
Stuff's happening.
That'd be cool. Yeah. You got a power supply. Neat. That's great. Good for you.
Well, so that's Atari XP. Interesting.
Yeah.
Well, we'll have to keep an eye on what happens when these actually come out and people lose their minds about them.
Yep. There'll be something happens. Oh
Well, the
yeah,
next
this
this next
Yeah.
story, Rob. Back for Blood dev said that the game is far more difficult than intended.
that's
And
what I heard.
in
Yeah.
other news, rain is wet,
Mhm.
sun is hot,
Yep.
snow is cold.
Yeah, that game, like the difficulty is all over the map. It's hysterical.
Apparently, they've tried to patch out and fix the AI, but the infected spawn rate is still much higher than they intended it to be.
Yep. Yep.
You
Oh
know,
dear.
the couple times I played, there was this one point where we kind of figured out like we were trying to fight this horde, and
Mhm.
it just kept coming. And then finally, one guy's like, "Okay, maybe we need to move. We need to like get out of this area because they just kept pouring in, and we were dying and reviving each other and just running out of ammo and like
Mhm.
just everything like."
Yep. Yep.
But yeah, we eventually just had to run past that point because it was too much.
Hmm.
Not much more than that. I just mainly wanted to make the joke about
It is funny because I'm just reading at the end of this article that Back for Blood's player numbers have dwindled, even dipping below Left 4 Dead 2 on Steam.
yeah.
That's which is also a Turtle or by the people who made. Oh, Turtle Rock was a developer, right?
Yep.
Yeah.
Yep.
So yeah, you kind of wonder what happened, but hopefully they get it patched up here. Supposedly the fighting is good in it, and it feels like there's lots of really good stuff about the game. It's just kind of unevenly balanced.
I think once it I've seen it actually. I've seen it's already on sale on Steam for their pre-Black Friday sales and stuff.
Yep.
So maybe some people will dive into it because you gotta support stuff like that if you like that stuff, right?
Yeah. Maybe I'll be playing some of that game on the horror thing for my. Probably not.
Oh,
They're
no,
not going to pick something fun like that.
That was not scary, Rob.
No, I was kind of hoping. But yeah.
All
Speaking
right.
of scary.
Speaking of scary,
next story here.
Here comes my next news story with a punchline. So, fashion designer Gucci has made a Xbox Series X console, and they are selling it for $10,000. And my question is, why so cheap? Boom, boom. Actually, let's try this.
Was that the punchline? Oh, it cut out. Sorry. That's that sound. That's a sound effect that it goes for like a quarter second and then cuts out. There you go. There you go. That one. No, there's none of that.
I'll provide my own laugh track. Damn it!
It does come in this fancy like suitcase looking thing.
So it is all it is all laser etched with the Gucci GG symbol, which they're saying can stand for both the initials of Gucci. I don't know how to say his first name, but they're also saying that it's also for good game. The typical. And it comes in this fancy suitcase and
yeah.
So
is it Gucci?
Gucci. It looks like
Gucci. Yeah.
Yeah. I didn't want to say it because it sounded like it wasn't right.
Sounds kind of dirty, yeah.
But they'll be selling these exclusively at their stores, and I think it said here how many of them they're making. It's only like
it was 100, wasn't it?
Yeah.
I mean, that's pretty good overhead.
Absolutely for stuff that they probably just have. 100 of them are going to be available at their brick and mortar stores. So
brick and those, is that like Amazon? I'm making a joke. Sorry, Thank you. We were just speaking of old stores. We were just I know you posted on the Facebook page, like, what was the first game you bought and where'd you buy it? And I was saying mine was Frogger for the ColecoVision at a Consumers Distributing.
Consumers Distributing.
Yeah, that was an old store that some of you out there might remember. But
man, I love that. Well, it was their Christmas wish book, right? Came out mid-November or early December, whenever it came out, and you can see all the cool new toys that had come out. And
yeah, there used to be one right by my place.
Right.
Just down by Cap on them all.
That's right.
Should probably not say exactly where I live. That's probably not a great idea, but I don't live anywhere near there now. Don't come looking for me.
You know, I worked at one for a year.
Yeah.
And then until they were having some hard times and they shut down. But you know, it was a cool place because you came in and you had the little form you filled out.
Yep.
And you put the catalog numbers in.
Yep.
And you go up to the counter and give them the form, and we would go in the back and grab your item and bring it up to you. So yeah.
Good times.
Good times had by all.
Back when there were many choices for stores, not just Walmart, Amazon.
Mm-hmm. Speaking of good times not had by all.
Yeah.
Rockstar.
I've been enjoying watching these videos, but
oh yes. Rockstar is apologizing for their trilogy bugs.
Yeah. In the definitive edition.
The definitive edition.
Games.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Man, oh man.
It's been awful.
They are committing to continuing to update them to bring them up to the standard that they should be. And if you happen to buy it on PC before they pulled it off the store, they are going to give you they've re-added the ones they removed, the GTA 3, Vice City, and I don't remember what the third one is.
San Andreas.
Yep. They've re-added them to the store, and you can get them for free as a token of goodwill, I guess. But only on the PC, only the PC version. But that version was apparently so bad that. Did you actually see some of the data miners had gone in and looked at some of the notes that the programmers were making on the stuff? And it's
really?
Like, like one of them's like, just leave this one. Quest will be buggy, but it is known. And just comments like that all throughout them.
Wow.
Yeah.
It's like I spent 10 minutes doing this one. Like in the rain. Have you seen videos of the rain there?
It's
like the rain makes it absolutely you can't see where you're going because it's white. So it's like this, and it's going so hard that you actually can't see where you're going. So in the PC, they've already fixed it. Like there are modders who have fixed this stuff already, which is one of the reasons to buy PC Master Race. That was notorious. That was a little too close to. I wasn't doing the Nazi salute. Yeah, but the some of the videos there were like the guys on the bike and his arms like bent in 12 different places, and the faces, like you wonder who looked at that and said, "Oh, this is gold, print it."
Exactly. And they're kind of, I've seen a little shade thrown towards, I think the developer is Take-Two is the actual developer that spearheaded this.
Okay.
And under like Rockstar's guidance or whatever, right? But they've been a little bit. I have seen one statement where they're like, "Oh, we kind of left this up to them to look after." And it's like, all right, just throw your developers right under that bus.
Did nobody from Rockstar take a look at the finished product?
Yeah.
I mean, when you're the publisher, you still get to see it before it gets released, right? Like, that's pretty awful.
But
it's been great to watch videos. Like Let's Plays of it are fantastic.
Yeah.
So broken.
So also, like, how do you release something called the definitive edition and put it out so unpolished?
Yeah.
Right?
When there are already 12 or 15 other ways to play this stuff better. Like, just a money grab.
So,
What are they in television? No, sorry, I'll stop. That's I only make jokes because I heard.
So how about
Speaking of horrible games, yeah.
speaking of horrible games, Battlefield 2042. It has become one of the lowest rated games on Steam, which
Have
is
you
kind
seen-
of.
Sorry, go ahead.
Oh no, that's all I got. What were you gonna?
Oh, have you seen videos of like guys like point blank just shooting at each other and it's like the bullets just won't hit?
Dude, I've played the game.
You played the game, okay.
I've experienced this firsthand. Yeah.
Yeah, and you've had
I
it
was-
where just you aim at the guy and shoot, and it just. It's like
And
it's
then they
not
turn
even
around and just shoot me once and I'm dead.
Mhm.
Yeah. Oh yeah.
And normally you would think, oh, they've got cheats on. No,
No.
just
No, there's something
broken.
wrong with the hitboxes and
Yep.
I was gonna say like, oh, you know what? I'll save my little rant until for what we've been playing, but just know there's more to come on this horrible, yeah, heartbreaking.
Yeah. Yeah, the things they're complaining about are aims assist, hit registration, like we said. Aiming down on the bullets highlight the player. Boy, yeah. Do yourself a favor and look at all sorts of look up videos on it and what's broken with 2042. And there's an Angry Joe. There's a YouTube streamer called Angry
Yeah.
Joe. Look up his review about Battlefield 2042. There is adult language, a lot of it, just a little bit, but he does a really good job as someone who is a huge fan of the series. That
Yeah.
Yeah, what it's like right now.
All right. Well, let's move on to the next ones, and then we can get
All
into
right,
what we've
all
been
right,
playing.
all right.
Just a lot of heartbreaking stories in a row here, Rob. So have you ever heard about the game Star Citizen?
Yeah, I sure
Yeah.
have. Yeah.
Famous developer Chris Roberts,
Mhm.
Creator of like the Wing Commander games and
Yeah, a small little series called Wing Commander.
yeah, little series called Wing Commander.
Yep.
Put up the reason this is making headlines now is it's been 10 years that this Kickstarter's been running, and they've raised over $400 million
Yep.
for this game.
Yep.
And it's missed numerous like promised demo release dates, the latest one being in 2020.
Mhm.
Saying that we're gonna have a playable demo for you, or at least something out by 2020, and yeah, nothing.
Yep.
But that's he's riding a lot of goodwill, and I the stuff I've heard about this, they almost sounded like they were trying to reach like No Man's Sky type gameplay, where you can just like be on a planet, interact, take off, go to the next planet, and it's all just massively
Right.
created, right? And yeah, so
Maybe the
10
Wing
years.
Commander games, they were. Oh, I spent so much time in Wing Commander 3.
Oh, dude.
Just
Well, in this article, I laughed out loud because this quote here: "It is 1993. I'm sitting in my living room trying to make a boot disk so my aging SX33 personal computer can play Wing Commander 3. I succeed, but it takes 23 minutes for a mission to load." Dude, bro, that used to be my computer too. I could seriously, I start it loading, I go upstairs, get a drink, come back, oh man, it would just chug.
Yep, you bet. So yeah, and no update on when anything's coming out for it. Like
no new updates. But like you developing something this long, like the technology, like they must have thrown out like so much of it and then just restart it or like convert it to newer technologies.
They start getting into Duke Nukem levels of where they've gone through like 4 engines and Duke Nukem Forever, right? That was the
Duke
one.
Nukem Forever, yeah.
They went through like 2 or 3 versions of the Unreal Engine, and
I was gonna say, like they must have been on Unreal 2 when they started this. Like, you know?
Yep.
Whew.
Yep. Unreal
Engine.
What else you got?
One last story, and this one I haven't had a chance to try because it was just announced like literally hours before we started here.
So it's breaking news.
Breaking news. Apparently, you can stream the Xbox xCloud games on your consoles now.
Yeah. So if you have an Xbox One, you supposedly can play games that look like Xbox Series X, I believe they said. Yeah.
Yeah.
So that's pretty cool for anyone who held on to an Xbox here, the Xbox One.
Yeah.
So
or haven't been able to secure a Series One yet.
Yeah, you bet.
Right.
And there's lots of people out there.
So I'll try it for next week, definitely, and have a report. Though I'd like to have a wired one to try it. And my Xbox One's on Wi-Fi. So we'll see. But maybe that's a good test for it.
There you go.
I got decent Wi-Fi in my house.
Yeah.
Says everyone all the time.
Says everyone all the time when they have trouble with their streaming service. I mean, probably at least as good as Stadia, right?
Gotta be.
Yeah. Which just, we didn't even talk about it. I think Stadia hit 2 years at their 2-year anniversary, right? Very, and nobody cared.
About right. Yeah.
At all. Most people went, Stadia is still around.
They're still adding games. I keep getting the emails.
Yeah.
new to your Stadia library.
Yep. Still a thing. There we go.
All right. Well, do you want to talk some Forza? Get in a better mood before we talk about some disappointing stuff?
Sure. You betcha.
What if why don't you tell us what you've been doing in Forza Horizon 5, Rob?
Oh, I've been playing all the Forza. Played a lot of Forza. Like I've put like 24 hours more than I've put in any of the game this year. So yeah.
I think since we've been doing the show, you've put 24 hours more into a game than.
Yep. It's I'm still loving it. It's played throughout most of the stories there, all the apexes, playing with the kids watching because they love watching daddy hit all the jumps and stuff like that. And still a great game. There have been a few online bugs. Online drops off every now and then where it's just like, you're not online anymore, suck it. But so all in all, I mean, they have had 1 million people playing at one time, right? So yeah, I mean, it's doing pretty good.
Xbox is saying it's their biggest launch ever.
Yeah,
which is huge when you consider like they're counting like the Halo games, and
right, and the
Gears of War
game,
the Blinks game
from the Xbox.
Yeah,
Blinks and
but think about like the Halo 3 launch, like on when people would still go out and line up for games at the local Best Buy, right? Like that's crazy.
It's pretty good numbers. They're doing all right. They're saying it's one of the reasons to get an Xbox now, which they finally have a game that's worth doing it for. Like, now you can buy a $10,000 Gucci Xbox
if you can't find one for $10,000 on eBay. So
yeah. But yeah, more Forza. Going to be playing more Forza later. That's all I'm talking about. So
in my Forza updates, I've been playing what I thought was quite a bit too, but Rob has put me to shame. So remember I was talking about that issue where I'd be driving and I just boom stop,
Yeah.
Actually, in the latest patch notes, it was actually tied to the going offline. The network drops.
Oh, okay.
Yeah,
Got you.
yeah. So it was a known issue in there. I know I was saying I thought it seemed like it was happening when things were like popping up, but that part was the coincidence.
Gotcha. Okay.
So, and it was mostly a PC issue, or like a known PC issue. So, but it's been patched and will not happen anymore. I'll move on into my other stuff here then if you're
sure. Yeah, we had a whole show based on Forza last week, so no one really needs to hear more about it. But except join our Grumpy Old Racers club if you play Forza. GORS, Grumpy Old Racers.
That's the 4-letter tag for it. So
Gores.
Actually, I need to double check that because I haven't checked if anyone's applied lately.
Gotcha.
And I think I should make you an admin on there so you can add people if they apply and you see.
There you go.
Yeah. So what am I going to talk about here first? Well, how about a little bit of news? So Detroit Become Human.
I saw that.
I finally rolled credits on it yesterday.
Hey.
I've been I actually every time I played, I actually streamed it to our Twitch channel and copied the videos over to our YouTube page. So if you want to watch a playthrough of it, it's there long term on our YouTube page for you to check out.
There you go.
Good game. I'd never tried David Cage. That's the guy's name, right? Yeah, I've never tried Heavy Rain or Between Two Souls or whatever the other one's called. But I like the style, and I'm definitely gonna maybe check out some of those older ones.
So when you beat it, did it give you the tree showing all the different choices you'd
no, every level. So every level you complete, it does that. And and then or like every chapter you finish, it does that. And it actually, you can see all the different choices you missed, but then you can also hit the world button and it compares it to everyone who's played it.
Okay.
And it gives you a percentage of the people who've played it.
Right.
Who's made the decisions that you made.
Right. And there's a lot of different endings, isn't there?
Oh, I was looking back, like there's a lot of trees I missed. Like there's definitely replayability in this game.
So did you get a good ending or a bad ending?
Half and half.
Right. Not to spoil it for anyone who's going to watch.
Well, no, because there's three separate but intertwining stories that you play.
Sure.
It's not just one character doing. There's three different androids that you're following, and they intersect at different times. And
sure. Okay.
But yeah, one ending was kind of inconclusive, and then one was good and one was bad.
Gotcha. So, all right, yeah.
But also, kind of the whole like what's the word, allegory of this is like the whole racism and everything, and some of the stuff is a little heavy-handed,
little ham-fisted.
It but for the most part it's pretty good. There's a couple times where you go, oh boy, what are you trying to tell me here? But
I sure do hate them robots.
Pretty much.
I'll vote Trump.
But you know what? I was looking at about 10 to 11 hours for a playthrough. So it'd be pretty easy if you were dedicated to seeing the other choices.
Sure.
Right? So next up, I put a little time into the Halo Infinite multiplayer.
Ah, yes.
And it plays great. It loaded fine. But I never played. I played Halo a few times at parties. And
recreational Halo player.
Recreational Halo player. Like I was never into their multiplayer.
Yeah.
So a lot of people were loving this.
Yeah.
But I was finding it a little boring.
You know, we need Damon on the show to kind of talk about Halo multiplayer.
Because
He's a real Sony fan, so
Yeah.
he's not a Sony fan. That's
We'll get his
yeah.
opinion of it. We'll have him on the show here soon.
Yeah.
But like I think if I had more nostalgia for it, I would be loving it a lot more.
Sure. Absolutely.
But I find the maps are small, and it's like meat grinder playing. You're just dying and throwing yourself in there time after time after like, and I'm like, all right, but in turn, like, and that's just my stuff. Otherwise, the game is really good. It's really polished, really controllable.
Yeah.
Like some of the different modes I tried were kind of interesting. There's like well, I played the capture the flag, which was fun, and I can't remember it's like a conquest where there's 2 points on the map and you got to hold both of them for a certain amount of time before it moves on to you get points for it to move on to the next 2 points. But what really kills me is the size of these maps. Like, they're minuscule.
Gotcha. More in close combat, right?
Yeah. So, but yeah, that's my stuff. But a lot of people are loving it, and they probably have the nostalgia that they can ride, and it for them, I imagine this is perfect. It's exactly what they're looking for.
Sure.
Just I'm maybe not done with it. It's free on Game Pass. It's going to be free for everybody, right? It's going to be their like paid service game moving forward. They already have a battle pass in there that they're adjusting because progression on it was pretty minuscule. It was being reported. So,
and still better than this next game you were playing.
Let me. Sorry, just doing some stretches here because I get so tense when I talk about this.
Right, World of Warcraft is what he's talking about.
World of Warcraft. Those frigging orcs, Rob. Frigging orcs. No, so a lot of people are hating on Battlefield 2042, and very good reason. Because so I tried it, I didn't buy it. And let me tell you, I was hovering over that pre-buy button a lot.
Yeah.
Because the way they were selling it, in the early trailers, and even the beta weekends they had, were they were mediocre reviewed, but the stuff that people were hating on was like, I was just like, oh, I'm sure those are just Call of Duty guys hating on Battlefield. And I played a metric poop ton of Battlefield from the beginning, like 1942, all through the games up till 4. And then I have
no idea what order those were.
Yeah.
Was 1942 an old one, or
that's the first one?
That's the first one. Okay.
That's the first one, 1942. Okay. And then and then it goes Battlefield 2, 3, Bad Company's in there and stuff. So I played all,
and 1 is somewhere near the end, right?
It is.
Okay.
So actually, after 4 came Battlefield 1, which was them going back to World War I. That's why they called it, one of the eras they've never been to.
Right.
So, and at that point in my life, like, I was still primarily PC gaming, but Battlefield was my game of choice, like for a shooter. And so I had put a lot of hours into it. And my computer at that point could not handle Battlefield 1. I bought it and it brought my computer to its knees, even on the lowest setting. It was unplayable. Right. So I let it fall by the wayside and just didn't end up playing that one. Then I got my current computer, and with it, shortly after was when or EA added their games back to Steam. Okay. and Steam had a huge sale on all the EA games. So I picked up Battlefield 5 at that point, which was another back to World War II time. And it had been out for quite some time already. And I got into it and I found it really difficult. I'm like, I'm out of practice, and these people have played these maps, so they know every nook and cranny. And I was kind of attributing it to that. But going back and reading some reviews, the 5 had its own problems, which is why it kind of dwindled. So I was being super optimistic about 2042 here. And with Game Pass and EA Play, you could play it for 10 hours. Okay. Starting the week before it actually officially launched.
Right.
Which was 2 Fridays ago now. So on the 12th. Yeah. On November 12th, you could play up to 10 hours for free with your EA Play. So I loaded it up, and the very first day I get in there, and it's just this choppy, just horrid mess of a game. Like some of the things I experienced was severe rubber banding, where you're playing and all of a sudden like you just jump like boom, you're somewhere else because the servers getting messed up. So computer wise, like I don't have a top end computer, but it's I've got a GTX 2070 Super, which is
it should be able to play this game no problem.
It should. So when it did its auto selecting for graphics, the highest it put it was at medium, medium settings. But to compare, even with Halo Infinite and pretty much anything I've played new in the past couple months, I'm either able to get high or ultra still with that card.
Sure.
And I know Battlefield's always been one of those games that is always at the leading edge of computer hardware. It's always been like that. But like when I'm playing and I look down and I have a little on my keyboard here, I have a little screen and I keep my CPU and RAM usage showing all the time in it.
So actually got it right here I believe I have the same keyboard.
Absolutely. Yeah, we do. We've got the same keyboard. So from the moment I loaded that game up to the moment I stopped playing, it never dropped below 95% utilization on my CPU. My computer was just howling. So I'm playing this game at medium resolution, and it's jittery, and I didn't even have a time to put up a list of, but I was shooting guys and like emptying entire clips into them, nothing happening. They turn around, they shoot me once, and
that's one of the big ones I've heard was the hit detection was absolutely atrocious.
Again, watch the Angry Joe video for that, because he opens with this with this funny like 10-second clip of like shooting this person like in all the spots, and it hits them but doesn't do any damage. Like, but it's just so disappointing. And we kind of predicted this when they pushed it out for 1 month. Remember 2 months ago they were like, we're gonna take an extra month. And it's like, really, like what are you gonna fix from, like, are you gonna fix all this stuff from the beta that you promised?
1 month.
The other bit that chaps my hide is the whole operators thing. Like there used to be just classes before.
Yes.
And now they've added in these operators, which is Call of Duty. That's what Call of Duty does. And now they're doing it. And you know, again, if I wanted to play Call of Duty, I go play Call of Duty.
Yeah.
Not, you know.
There's some great videos of people driving hovercrafts straight up a building.
Yeah.
Supposedly they're a little OP, the vehicles in this one.
Yeah, and there doesn't seem to be any limit to the amount of vehicles, which makes just, yeah, it's just such a horrible experience. And I'm so happy I didn't pre-order it.
Yeah.
Because I would be beyond chapped right now.
Yeah. There's a valuable lesson to our viewers there as well. If you're buying digital, you don't need to pre-order it. You can order it same day, but by the time the day comes, you're going to get some reviews.
Yeah.
And you'll have seen stuff like this for the games like this. And it's it's Activision, right? Does Battlefield, or who does
EA?
EA, okay.
Yeah, EA.
Yeah, they don't care. They've got your money at this point, right? Like, just give it a day, get the reviews. And, see.
So a lot of the jitter, so they did have a big patch on launch day, which was last Friday. And I tried it again after that, and there's been patches every day I've seen loading now. And yeah, they're just gonna have to keep patching this thing. It fixed some of the jitter, but it was still, I played for like an hour last night.
Yeah.
And I was looking right before we started here, and it said less than 6 hours left on my 10-hour.
Sure.
You know, if I had loved this, I would have burned through that 10 hours in no time.
Sure.
And like, and I didn't even try any of the Portal stuff, because like I was just getting in and playing good old Conquest.
It sounds like a lot of people, they're saying that's the one redeeming quality has been Portal, but by the same token, people who were playing Portal would just play the older games anyway.
Exactly.
Like, yeah.
And there's a new mode too. I can't remember the name of it. That's like kind of they're trying to create this new mode, like new popular mode, where you have a team of 4 and you have to do something. I don't even know, like it's capture the flag or hack something, whatever. But
hack the Matrix.
You only get 1 life. Like you don't respawn instantly, and like you usually do. Like, so
that sounds less than fun in a game like this.
Yeah.
I landed, guys. Where are you, Fang? Oh, I'm dead.
Yeah.
All right.
Pretty much, right?
Cool.
So
it's fun.
Yeah, like it's been a year of like between Nintendo and like me getting my hopes up about Battlefield here, and just my video games are breaking my heart all over, Rob.
Oh, I hear you.
But then you know who walks in the room with a big old roll of duct tape to fix his broken heart? It's a Forza. Drives in their Lamborghini, and they just
they're like, hey, come aboard. You want to jump over some cliffs?
You know what's going to be funny when we do our best games of the year? I think three of the 4 of us are going to have the same #1 game of the year.
Yep.
I can't see any
shark for the Intellivision.
I mean, we're less than like midway. Like we're pretty much a month to Christmas at this point. You know, less 3 days here, and I can't see myself playing anything else that
it's gonna have to be a good game come out that
though with you last year. You played Phoenix, what's that game? Phoenix Rising, right?
Played it for like a week and a half and made it my made it to the top 5 there.
Yeah. So stranger things have happened.
It's true. Looking at the Xbox list right now, I'm not seeing a lot of things that are going to but stranger things have happened.
I came into a copy of the new Guardians of the Galaxy game, which I'm gonna fire up this week, and I've been hearing lots of great things about it. So we'll see where that ends up placing.
Excellent.
Maybe it'll help redeem my Avengers hate from this year as well. A lot of heartbreaking video games this year, Rob.
It has been pretty bad.
But all this stuff going on. Have you seen the posters that people have been making for Battlefield that they're calling it Battlefield 2077?
I've seen people doing that for the GTA, but yeah, I can see people doing it for Battlefield as well.
Battlefield 2077, right?
Yep.
Because of Cyberpunk. Yep. Yeah. So yeah. So
I have to check some Steam sales after this.
But Battlefield 2042, I can't even. I'll maybe I'll go back once I've had some time, but maybe I'll buy it on sale. Maybe I'll just wait till it shows up on EA's play thing there. Maybe that's the next time I'll play it.
There you go.
Like as a full-time release, but yeah. Yep.
Games.
All right. Well,
all right.
This has been a roller coaster of emotion, this one, Rob.
Yep. We're up, we're down.
Hating on Bobby Kotick there, and Forza bringing us heights of happiness.
And then everything else.
Yeah.
Crushing us down. I'm totally checking the Steam store now. But carry on with the exit there. I'll chime in with stuff.
Okay. Well, as Rob's saying, we're gonna start wrapping this show up here. Bring this crazy train into the station, as I like to say.
He does like to say that.
Just say, thank you for hanging out with us. And if you want to check out more of our stuff, you can go to our website, thegrumpyoldgamers.com, where we post all of our original content. And but honestly, the most activity happens over on Facebook. So just search all the Grumpy Old Gamers on Facebook. And if you want to contact us, you can email us at makeusgrumpy@gmail.com if you have opinions about any of the games we've been talking about tonight, or if you're wondering how to join our racing league in Forza, you can email us there and ask us. And don't forget about our fundraiser that Rob's put together for the Hope Mission. It's a great cause, and it's going to be that time of year. Like Rob said, COVID's kicked a lot of people's asses this year, and will continue to for some time. But if you can help out any,
absolutely. All these things we joke about with games being awful and things like that, it's all just fluff compared to what's really important. And help us help an organization that helps people.
Absolutely.
And if you want to join our Farming Simulator 22 League, which I'm going to start right after the show is done because I see it's now available. So help us harvest some wheat.
Help us harvest the wheat.
How much did the game go for? Sorry. And thanks for watching. No.
Yeah, well, pretty much that's where we're at. So, thanks for hanging out. Hope to see you again next week, and have a good evening.
Take care, everyone. Bye-bye.